New year, new organization. That's what today's all about. Time to get your life together. Hey, I tried this new pancake recipe, the best pancake recipe. I added orange zest to it. It's blowing my mind. It really is amazing. The best though, questionable. So getting organized for the new year, I feel like taking baby steps. Last year I did some organization. It's really holding up, some of them anyway. Today I bought some stuff off Amazon, some stuff from Ikea, some stuff from thrift stores. This is from the thrift store. Isn't this incredible? Won't be organizing with it though. Washed it twice. Still kind of smells like grandma's house, but that's okay. I'm gonna start in my bathroom. I got some stuff to organize, and then upstairs I have some stuff to build. A lot of things to put together, a lot of boxes to open. I kind of forgot everything that I'm doing. So let's take it step by step. Ooh, baby, gonna get to you, girl. Let's go. What is that noise? I almost didn't find this box. So, do you ever see people on Instagram with their lives all together and you're like, maybe I can do that? Yeah, so I saw this one woman I follow, her, ooh, I broke it already. The organization life didn't choose me. Oh, but I'm choosing it and I'm forcing it upon myself. She had these organizers and I was like, wow, those kind of look like what I tried to buy last year, the year before, when I went to organize this drawer that I can't even pull all the way out because I have just so much stuff in here. Something is stuck. All right, there we go, there we go. I look at this and say, wow, this is basically organized. And I would pretty much agree with you there. So I grabbed these from, I don't know, I want to say Target Dollar Spot a couple years ago, right? And they're holding my earrings and they're doing a decent job. I'm not doing the best job of like keeping everything organized. I don't know, I feel like, do I need all this stuff? So then I bought these and now I'm thinking, wow, do these even fit in the drawer? We're about to find out. I feel like, why make a drawer like this if the organizers don't fit, or vice versa? So this came in a set of 4, and while I don't think I have necklaces or bracelets or anything, I really don't have much jewelry. I'm gonna do my best to organize the junk that I do have with it, so let's cross our fingers. I guess step 1 would be checking to see if these actually fit. Oh, hallelujah, they do. See, I feel like I tried to find these on Amazon, but I wasn't sure about the height. And then also a couple years ago, I was not willing to spend the amount of money that those cost. But you know how Amazon is. There was like only 2 left and it was 75% on sale. I'm gonna take everything out, and every time I open this drawer, I think, oh man, I should go to Lush again. These are all empty, and I think when you get 4 empty ones, you can get a free face mask. But will I use it? Probably not. I barely brush my teeth in the morning. Who am I kidding? There's just so much junk in here that I don't even know what this belongs to. And then I took this off of a trophy from my cheerleading days. I don't know what to do with that. What do you do with your old trophies? I threw them away. But for whatever reason, I thought, yeah, I'll keep that. All right, let me give it a good wipe down. Good enough. Now time to reconfigure everything. Now, wow, see, I should have bought more. Nope, it doesn't fit. The thing is, this drawer is just abnormally large. Somebody tell me why I have a whisk in here. I shoved this thing in here, if you didn't notice that. Wow, I made it work. Okay, well, we have determined my earrings won't fit in those. Well, some of them fit and some of them don't fit. I am so happy with this purchase. Not that they even cost a ton of money. I don't know why it took me so long to do this. I just figured, oh, what I have is good enough. But since I'm elevating my life and getting my life together and, you know, trying my best to be the woman across the room, I saw these and I thought they were perfect, and they are. I don't know if it's because of the texture that they are. They like hold things in place, you know, rather than the plastic ones that I had. Everything just shuffled around. Or if it's because the plastic ones are like they're clear. I don't know what it is, but these definitely look nicer. Obviously, they were more expensive. The clear ones were literally $1. And I like how I can fit, like the earrings, they're just really small squares. So it's kind of perfect. The other ones were larger. So a lot of different factors. The clear ones worked for years and I thought it was fine, but until I realized it wasn't, you know what I mean? So I'm happy with the way that this turned out. And then it reminds me of all of the organizational stuff that IKEA has for closets. Like, you know, they have the drawers and then all the drawer organizers. So I'm excited to, I mean, obviously my closet's not like that. Maybe one day in a few years, first things first, the girls' closets. So maybe Avelina will have some of these fancy features in her closet too. I just love going through Ikea and looking at everything looks so organized. I'm like, maybe my life can be like this one day. Who says you have to declutter to organize? Okay, not me. This looks way more organized and I just got little bins to put it in. Looks so much better. I just threw away like a handful of trash, like some packaging and stuff. And oh, I have to get rid of these because they're broken. And really I could declutter, like I don't really wear any of these and I've had them for years aside from the butterflies. But I'm not going to. I am missing a couple of earrings. My Nick Cage earrings, love them, can't find them. And my wolf earrings, two of my favorites. I feel like maybe they're in a purse or something, so I'm gonna keep looking for them, but I'm missing those. Aside from that, everything looks great. Happy about it. I mean, just look. At first glance, you would think, wow, woman across the room. And then you take a look at everything else in my life and realize, okay, she's a mess. But it's okay because we all are. Relatable. All right, I just got the baby down for a nap, so I have a little time to organize. So I was opening some Amazon boxes. The next thing I'm gonna organize is Play-Doh. I've got some really exciting things to share. But while I was opening the boxes, I found this. I ordered this and I was like, where is it? I can't find it anywhere. Totally off topic, but this is my absolute favorite lip anything. It's a stain and it's like perfect, my shade, but better lipstick, and it's a stain, so it like stays on forever and always. They discontinued this in stores years ago. And so I bought a few off Amazon and apparently it's still there. A few days ago, I talked to you guys about like lip products that I tried. That hands down is the best. I bought some more like stains and stuff. They suck. Revlon lip stain in honey is where it's at. Okay, so let's get back on track here a little bit. I ran to Hobby Lobby yesterday and got another one of these bins. You guys know I love these bins. The lid comes off, it comes with a handle, and then it also comes with this little caddy inside. And above all that, the bottom of it is perfectly square. So it really optimizes storage. I love these. I have one for each of my children, and that's like their arts and crafts bin. And during summertime, I really do that. I've seen people do Christmas, they like, you know, put the same kinds of things in, but just freshen it up for Christmas time. I have so much going on during Christmas time. Maybe next year I'll do that. This year it didn't happen. Maybe springtime I'll start it. I don't know, high hopes, so probably won't happen. But I ran to Hobby Lobby and got one of these yesterday, and I do believe the price went up. These are $13. They sell on Amazon, but for more. These used to be $9 at Hobby Lobby, but Michael sells them for like $45. So you gotta shop around. Anyway, short story long, I also grabbed this off of Amazon. There's two in here. Oh, here's the other side. So this is like Play-Doh tools, I wanna say, shape, model, and mold, cut, sculpt, and roll. So it's a bunch of accessories that the kids can use doing Play-Doh. And I love it. I feel like it's not too many, it's not too little, but then this morning, guess what Alex found? All the Play-Doh that I bought Meredith for Christmas. This is why I can't buy Christmas gifts early. So I bought this, completely forgot about it, put it in a safe place, obviously. But this is 100 pieces of Play-Doh. So I think there's like 50 logs of Play-Doh in there. And then it comes with like 100 pieces of accessories, 40 plus tools and all this good stuff. So I think I'm gonna save this either for summertime fun, a birthday gift for someone that I love, or next year for Christmas. And then, hold on. A couple summers ago for summertime fun, I did put together a Play-Doh bin. This is not it, because it broke. It's upstairs storing some stuff. It was like a double stack storage. It broke like 4 days in, and it just didn't work out. But those bins we've had for 2 years, going strong. So that's why I bought one of those. Anyway, these are currently our Play-Doh accessories. And I don't know, I just feel like the kids needed more. Not quantity more, but different things. Like these are just like cutout shapes and they're great, you know. Time for an upgrade. So I'm gonna organize this. I really think this will be so nice for Meredith. She plays Play-Doh almost every single day. And a lot of times, because we don't have a specific place to store it, it just goes bad. And then I almost forgot to show you this, the pride and joy, the reason I exist. So I told you guys I follow a gal on Instagram. She makes me feel like I can really organize my life. And I feel like she's the catalyst behind this. Life with Lainey is her name, and she had this amazing surface protector. I saw it probably a year ago on her Instagram, and I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. Well, I've been thinking about it ever since, and I finally just bit the bullet. I like how it comes with like a silicone storage. So the magic behind this is that, first of all, large surface area. They come in a bunch of different colors, but a lot of them were on back order or for like months, so I was like, okay, I'll just get pink. This is Meredith's favorite color anyway, but it's not very, I wanted the green, I'll just say that. So there are a few of these on Amazon, you'll see if you look for them. She says they're not all created equal. It's just great for an art pad. I might get more of these. They are pretty pricey, so I'm gonna see how much I love them. I bought something similar like this for Eleanor, but it doesn't have a little lip, and she paints on it, and I feel like it's not this big, and she needed a larger surface area. So something like this to play Play-Doh on, I think is going to be fantastic. And I'm just gonna fold it up like this, because let's be real, are we gonna roll it up and do it every time? Maybe, but probably not. So popping it in there. My kids' #1 favorite Play-Doh tool are rolling pins. And I have a couple of small ones. I can really only find one recently. I don't know what happened to the other. And they came with some mixing bowls that I bought, you know what I mean? And they weren't Melissa and Doug, they weren't meant for playing, but I just let the kids play with them anyway. I love Melissa and Doug products. I feel like they last a really long time. Like, I have some Melissa and Doug products that we've literally had for 13 years because we bought them when Avelina was a little tot. And they're still going strong. So a part of me wishes I would have bought a set like this earlier, because, you know, I go through all the little chintzy ones. So I'm excited about this. I love that it comes with Play-Doh. First of all, the yellow band that came with the mat totally reminds me of like those Livestrong silicone bands. You remember, okay? I was in high school when that started. Oh man, was that a trend? That had us in chokehold. Okay, happy to report, Meredith played with this last night. It was a hit. She loved it. Who wouldn't, right? I would love it if someone organized all my toys like this. I'd be like, ooh, fun. Let the fun begin. Fun and learning and imagination, all the things. So I'm excited just as much as she was about having this bin. I love this. I feel like simplifying and only having this amount of tools to work with really encourages more creativity rather than having 100 pieces and being overwhelmed. There are studies behind that, by the way. I'm gonna start with this amount of Play-Doh and just leave it in there like that, even though I have tubs and tubs, and I actually went to Ikea the other day, and did you know Ikea sells Play-Doh? I'll show you. Here it is. I love some of Ikea's arts and crafts. They're so fantastic and really affordable too. Like, look at this size you get too. This whole thing was, I don't know, around $5, $6. So I'll save this for another time. I could put it in here, but I think this is good enough. If I pack this thing full of Play-Doh, they'll just open all of them and then they'll get dried out a little faster. So I have to ration the Play-Doh out. I've learned that through the years, and the small containers are fantastic. I was going to be super cutesy and get my Cricut out and label this with Play-Doh, but my Cricut design space like isn't working, so maybe that's for another day. Let's move on to another spot. Under the sink storage, I'm gonna show you what I've been working with for the past few years. Show me what you're working with. Shake that, watch yourself. I've seen worse, honestly. I've also seen better. This system is kind of working. I feel like it's kind of over flooding with cleaning supplies. I use 90% of them, I feel like, but I don't use 90% of them every day. So I don't know if they need to all be accessible. So I did get a couple of things. So see here, I've got a basket for the bags, and it's working. And then I have a little basket down there for sponges I'm overwhelmed. I gotta do something. Time to tidy it up. So, of course, I was influenced. And this was probably the most recent thing that I ordered, and I just did it without even thinking, like add to cart, buy now kind of situation. And do I have regrets? I don't know. I saw something similar to this at Costco, and essentially it is a trash bag holder. And the one at Costco had 2 compartments, one for trash bags and one for just like grocery plastic bags. But I don't really store plastic bags under my sink. I store those in the closet because most of the time when I go grocery shopping, I use reusable bags. So anyway, I found this and it was large, and it looked like it would facilitate a large Costco size roll of trash bags, because you guys know they're not all created equal. I thought it looked nice. more sleek. It had a lid up top so I can store something on top of it. And I was like, optimizing storage. That's what I'm all about right now. And I forgot what's in here. So let me get a scissor. Show me what you're working with. I know I got a shelf or something. I'm like a squirrel. I order these things and then I store them away for when everything's together. I don't know what this is. There are way too many pieces in here. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what this is. This is for later? I didn't know there was assembly required. Okay, that's enough this way. Box numero dos. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, my kids, this is their first day back at spring break. So it's just like me and the baby. I'm like, it is so quiet. The baby's sleeping, it's crazy. Okay, this is what I got. So right now, if you saw, I have a couple of risers there that I got from, who the heck knows, probably Home Goods before we moved into this house. Like I had them at the old house. So is it working? Kinda. It's good enough. But I'm trying to elevate the situation and create a little bit more storage for me since I am a hoarder and I have way more than I need. I am a maximalist and I've just come to terms with that. Oh, it looks like this one requires some assembly too, so that's fun. Oh, but I do love, this is the first time I've seen it. It comes with mats. What? How long did it take someone to figure that out? Genius. I bet it was a woman. Genius, genius. Oh my heck. See, I don't even have to look at the instructions. Boom and boom. I don't think that could have been any easier. And check it. This is what got me with this one. A drawer. Thank you. I want to know who created this. Who was the patent by? Oh, it even comes with a command strip. What am I putting, like, sticking this to the bottom? I don't know. I'll save that for another time. All right, time to tackle this. And I will say, this is one of my favorite things that I've ever bought in my entire life. I'll show you the tag because of course I still have the tag on. I bought this 8+ years ago. I don't think they sell this exact thing, but it's threshold over the cabinet organizer. It looks like this. They sell a lot of similar things on Amazon and even probably Target. And then the other side has this bar for a towel bar. That's kind of whatever, but this is the magic, okay? It's so nice to have all of this easily accessible. My cleaning products right there. Shout out to Blue Land. I really do think they're amazing. I really do use them. So I have some oversupply of dish cleaner. And then my thieves cleaner. I don't use this as much as I used to. I still love it. I don't know why. Ooh, yes, love. But I'm sure I can, there's hardly anything left in here. I'm just gonna consolidate. It's the new declutter, don't you know? I do have a lot of spray cleaners down here. I don't necessarily need all of them here. I could put them in like different bathrooms and stuff. This is empty. I don't know. Well, guys, what is wrong with me? Why am I keeping empty stuff? But I do love this for stainless steel cleaner. Best one I've used. And then my sponge basket. I love this sponge basket. I'm so glad that I went around my house with you guys and organized a ton of things. And now I have a running list going. I'm like, ooh, next I can do XYZ. So I definitely want to do this again until my entire life is organized. Will it stay like that? Well, that's the thing. You have to keep up with it, right? And then things are always changing and evolving. And especially when you move into a house, you have to, for me, like I had to learn the habits of like, oh, I'm going to put this here and that there. And it's not always the same. Like, you know, in our last house, I would have done things differently because different spaces require different things. You understand. So I'm excited about the plastic bag holder. Was it necessary? I don't think so. It is nice and it does have a shelf. So if I'm ever like throwing stuff in there, I can, you know, plop it on top. Oh, and I was really proud of myself. Well, hold on. I wanted to condense these things even though they were different scents. I love this sink scrub cleaner. It's from Molly's Suds. I get it from Thrive Market. It's one of my faves. And then I was going to throw that away and my heart hurt a little bit. I was like, what can I do with this? Found the perfect solution. Put my Blue Land cleaning tablets in there, like the all-purpose tablets and stuff for the spray solution. It was perfect. I was really happy about not having to throw that really nice container away. That's the thing they don't tell you when you become an adult, like boxes and glass containers like that. in your head, you're like, oh, this is so nice, I should keep it. But really, you're like, just recycle it, get rid of it. It is unnecessary. But in this case, I found a way to make it necessary. And I'm just showcasing this drawer because I'm really excited about it. It's just so nice. It's the little things in life, you know? I know a lot of other people have drawers under their kitchen sink, and I just know I won't. I don't know if I'll keep up with it. I don't know. For now, it's like one step above. Maybe next time I'll do a bunch of drawers. I do have drawers under my bathroom cabinet that are working out great, but I don't access them a lot. And I think that's why it's working out, right? So there's that. I'm happy the way that this turned out. I think it is totally elevated. To be fair, I did take some stuff out, some cleaners that I'll put in bathrooms and stuff. And then this I'll put in my under the stairs storage where I have my overflow of cleaners that I don't use very frequently. So speaking of IKEA and the thrift store, I recently got a lot of arts and crafts, kind of everything. And when I initially redid this playroom up here, or I guess did it, I put together some IKEA Trofast storage systems. Let me put this stuff down. I shouldn't be that out of breath just walking upstairs. Anyway, for toy storage, and I love them. They work really well. We had one in the old house, but it wasn't vertical, it was more horizontal, and it had a bench on it. Anyway, so in this home, I got the tall ones. And so I bought 4, but I forgot that I bought 4 when I was putting together all of them. I was like 100 months pregnant. And so I put together 3 and I was like, oh, that's enough, right? And then I actually had 1 more downstairs. Well, I've been dreading putting it together, but I knew in my mind, I was like, I want to put it together and kind of make one for arts and crafts, because I recently saw when I did my IKEA shop with me that they did an arts and crafts storage bin in one of them in one of their display rooms. And I thought, that's a great idea. So you'll never guess what happened. The other day, the older girls and I were at the thrift store. You'll never guess what I found. An IKEA Trofast system. And it's already put together. Man, I would pay even more money for one to have it be put together. Isn't that incredible? So this was $25. Not only did I save money, I saved the environment because I'm picking up something that would have been in the landfill. And I'm saving myself time and energy and effort putting it together. I was pumped when I saw this. I nearly keeled over. It wouldn't even fit in my cart, so I was like pushing my cart and holding this. It was a sight to see, but I was so glad to find this. The day before, I had ran to IKEA to get some bins, and IKEA has the newer bins that are not mesh, but like kind of mesh, but sturdy steel. I don't know what the heck they are. Really nice. They were out of stock on all of them. So I just went with the bins that I already had, the same color, just like the clear white. I'm looking at this, you see? This is what we have right now. And the wall could certainly take on an extra 1 or 2. I'm just saying. Do we need that many toys? Yes, I'm just kidding. If you can see my playroom, clearly we are in dire need of more toys. And then also behind me, that's their play kitchen. Oh, and the art bins up there. More storage on this, but these have really been helping. I think they're really fun. Just little baskets on the wall. But IKEA sells all the felt food, and it's just so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna gather all of the arts and crafts supplies that we got. I got a lot during the holiday season from the thrift store, but then I also picked up some little organizing bins from IKEA. I have the small ones there, and then this larger one, kind of like tackle box style. It has smaller compartments in there, if you can see. And then I picked up some art supplies from IKEA too, as if we really need any more, but like my kids go through it because they do arts and crafts all of the time. I'm gonna gather the supplies and then I'll put it together. IKEA is a really great place to go just to get organizing inspiration. I mean, they have all the things, and it's so motivating to go there and see how they do things and then try to see how you can implement it in your own life. That's one of the reasons why I love going there. So since this is from the thrift store, I'm gonna give it a real good wipe down. And some of these arts and crafts, a lot of them are from IKEA too, so like a paint set, and then on the bottom, great built-in storage, has like paint brushes and stuff, and then canvases. They have all kinds of pads to paint on, and then a ton of construction paper for some of the best prices. Oh my gosh, an inch of dust. I will gladly clean it. Listen, I just went on IKEA's website to get that little clip of the mesh bins. Whoa, am I totally inspired to do even more. I'll have you know that last night after I built the bookshelf that you'll see in a little bit, I came back up here. I was with all the kids and I just decluttered a bunch of toys and it just totally inspired me. I was like, yes, declutter all the toys, like give my kids more imagination to work with rather than being overwhelmed with just a ton of stuff that they don't necessarily play with all the time. So that felt really great. And then they sell lids to these storage containers, right? They also sell ones that have compartments in them. Fantastic. They're really shallow though. And so maybe in the future, that would be a great idea to get one of those with a lid. And then, oh, you want to paint? Let me pull it out for you. Right now, I'm not so sure about that because obviously my kids are still little. Even putting these markers in, I'm like, I don't know about this. We have crayons downstairs, so maybe I'll add those up here. Put them in a pouch or something, you know, but this would be simple. If they're coloring with a friend up here, in my mind, they're not just dumping everything out. You know what I mean? If everything looks the way that it does and it's not overwhelming, like you'll open a drawer. Oh, there's markers in here. I don't need a marker. Close the drawer. Rather than where are the markers? Open a bin, dump it out. Not in there. Let's try the next one. You know what I mean? So that's my hope, that everything's organized and it's easier to stay organized. Then, you know what? Minimalists got something going on. They really know what they're talking about. Hey, we're turning over a new leaf. Look at me go. Ripping off tags and stuff. I ended up doing a little more in here. Did I? I was going to add the twistable crayons in here and I just realized I didn't do it. But in my head, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that, but it hasn't happened yet. So endless possibilities with this. And then I'm just going through the drawers and trying to consolidate. And then later in the day, I realized consolidating isn't going to help me here. I need to get rid of, I had plenty of space, but it's more about the kids like not dumping everything every time they come up here. And it's not necessarily my kids, like they know what's up here. It's when we have guests over and stuff before they figure out how we live our lives. But, so I tried to tidy up here the best I could, and I'm so happy. All right, this spot looks so much nicer. Obviously, I tidied it up a little bit. I didn't declutter any of the toys, although I think it is time for a little declutter, but I'll just show you what I put together. So this would be their arts and crafts bin. Obviously, nothing's labeled, but hopefully it stays like this. I think they're old enough now. Most of them anyway. The paper, the construction paper, good Lord Almighty, do I have a ton of it from the thrift stores and then also Ikea. And what they typically do is come to my room and they grab my printer paper. I'm like, this stuff is expensive. And then here, paint supplies, but not all of them. I'll show you where I have most of their paint supplies stored. This one is just bins of like, you know, random stuff. And then some Play-Doh, just a little bit, some stamps in there. And I did get Meredith a set of stamps, so I'll have to find that and then throw that in there. This is just a couple pouches of markers so they can color on. Maybe I'll throw some crayons in there. And then this one, I just put random stuff in. It's got the bin in there and then the super large pieces of paper. So we'll see how long this stays like this. And then also just some more colored pencils, erasable colored pencils. And then these are like kid-friendly fun scissors, so I figured it's okay if I keep those out. And then I just got this organizer. It's like a makeup organizer, but you know, obviously you can organize anything with it. And this is where most of their stuff is stored. I've got like supplies in there. You can see I had my life together at one point. I labeled it supplies. It's just like puffs in there and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. There's Camp Mom supplies in there too. I think there's bracelet making kits and stuff. Googly eyes I need to shove in there. Glue, I'm not keeping this down because I don't trust my kids that much. And then this is glitter. Also don't trust them with that. It'll end up all over the floor. So this is out of reach for a reason. And then the paint supplies. So like the dot paints are in there and then washable paint as well. There's also paper towels and paint brushes in there. But this is like mom needs to help you with that kind of situation. All right, here we are at our outdoor like drink fridge. I actually don't know if there are any drinks in here. No, there's like 4 and some sunscreen. It is completely depleted. I haven't bought, this is from a summertime, I want to say. I just found these out in the garage because I knew I didn't buy any more. I figured this was empty because after all of the holidays, people were drinking out of it and I hadn't restocked it. And so these are the only flavors I have left. I have 2 more boxes, maybe more of each. I don't know why I have these cherry blossom and passion fruit. Don't ask me, I don't drink them. But I did buy this really cool contraption off of Amazon. Apparently, there is some assembly required. So I'm going to dig around and see if there are any instructions. Not that I would read them, but I've seen these things for a solid year, if not more. And I always wondered, should I get one? Is it dumb? Is it going to optimize storage? All the things. So I figured I'd just try it out. There are no instructions. Wish me luck. There's not even a picture. Oh wait, I found a picture. Woohoo! All right, here we go, Bubba. He was my super big helper. He always is. And so initially, I had no idea how to do this. But once you get it going and realize how it works, it's really, really simple. Just like slide and put him on, you know? I thought, oh, I broke it. And then I was making him laugh, so I just kept doing it. Anything to hear that baby laugh is just so magical. So anyway, this is really easy. I initially thought, man, why didn't they just send it to me already put together? Well, there'd probably be more money that way, so I'll be happy to slide them together. It didn't take that long. And now I'm thinking, okay, next time I run to the store, I'm going to grab some seltzers. That's normally what we always have in here. We don't really drink anything else. Sometimes we get juice if it's a special occasion. But then you know what my favorite juice is that I feel like no one talks about? It's called, oh crud, I forgot. Happy water. Happy with an I, H-A-P-I, water. It's essentially water. There's like no calories. I mean, obviously there's got to be some kind of chemical to make them taste like a juice, but my kids enjoy them and I get them from Target if you're looking for something like that. So no sugar, nothing bad. So that's why I love it. And we're going to have to throw those in too. I had a thought as I was finishing this. Wow, I didn't even measure to see if it would fit. I did when I bought it, and by measure I mean I Googled how long a mini fridge is and then how long this was. I think it fit. So wish me luck here because they sell it in different quantities. So you can get like 3 across or 6. I think maybe 4 is one of them, but woo! Finally it's happened to me. Glory, glory, hallelujah. All right, I'm gonna throw this up here. Oh, it kind of fits. There's a lip right there. I can clip it. I can cut that. See, like the lip right here, it just kind of slightly goes over in the back. But this is unnecessary anyway, so I can just like, you know, another day. I would also love, all right, ease of stocking. Well, so far 0 out of 10. I can't even get it in. All right, let me move it down a notch. See if that helps to have a little more vertical space. Once you get one in, right, it should be easy as pie from there. I need to lower this a notch. But now I wonder, are the water bottles gonna fit below? Oh my gosh, is the door gonna close? All right, I will say the quality of this, like it's not moving anywhere. I can move this, it's not slipping and sliding, so that's really good. And it will, 5 cans fit in a row, if you're wondering. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How many come in a pack? 8, 32. Who's the odd man out here, you know? All right, it's telling me to close the door. Gotta go. Good news is the door closes completely. Hey, speaking of shoe storage, here I am in Wentworth's room where he is still out of a closet. It's out of commission. The addition, I can't, it's been almost 2 years. It's been over 2 years since the process started, but like the construction began 2 years ago and I could literally cry. They've been out of a closet. It's kind of forced us to be minimalist. I can't even say it with a straight face. Somewhat minimalistic. And so all his clothes are in his dresser, but his shoes are just a hodgepodge. I mean, I can't live like this anymore. And I don't even live in this room. So I'm constantly having to like pick up his shoes, and this is like the entrance of his room. It's just not a great situation. So sometimes I line them up under his dresser, but it looks messy. So when I found this handy dandy little shoe storage at the thrift store the other day, it was $5 because it was half off. I already cleaned it off. I didn't take the sticker off, not that it matters. I'm putting dirty, crusty shoes in here, and I just figured 1, 2, 3 levels of shoes. This dude has more shoes than everyone in the house, maybe except for me. I've got a lot of shoes. So I figured whether I put this up in his closet, you know, or up against the wall somewhere, it'll just be a more intentional place to store them. So he's just not dumping them in a pile on the floor, right?
Here's the thing. I have a shoe rack that I got from Costco, I feel like a year ago. I got it for Alex, maybe less than a year. It's somewhere around there, right? I got it for Alex and I thought, oh, I didn't put it together for him. Maybe I'll put it together for Wentworth. It just never happened. So when I saw this at the thrift store, I thought it's the perfect opportunity to help me.
But it's a good temporary solution. I'm gonna move it to the closet. I have kind of been utilizing his closet as just a catch-all. His hamper's in here and then just some random stuff. My white elephant gift, ooh, doesn't belong in here. But there still isn't even baseboards in here. It's embarrassing, honestly, for them, for the contractors. All right, I'm gonna move this in here. All right, it kind of fits perfectly in that little corner. Easy to get in, easy to get out. It'll just be a good temporary solution until the closet is done. Who knows how long that's gonna take? 2025. That's my expectation, all right? Just for context, all of this was supposed to be done before this one was born. Okay, cool. Is it perfect? Yes.
The best part is, obviously I have to sweep and clean that up, but this spot won't look as cluttered right when you walk in his room.
And that's what it's all about, right? Trying to make things look less cluttered, even though they are. Back up here, I have to fix that fell. But this box holds something that I have been wanting since not too long ago, August of last year. It's been on my mind. It is a bookshelf, but it's not just any bookshelf. It is a circular bookshelf, rotating, and I just think it's so cute. I don't know where to put it. The thing is, we have a million books. I could put it in Meredith's room down there. I'm trying to think like where do we mostly like read, but it's really all over the place. Wentworth's room has a ton of books. So I thought maybe I'll put it in a corner up here. I don't know, I'm just gonna put it together and then we'll decide where it should go. I know you have a ton of books.
We have a ton of books, but now that this bookshelf is together, I'm thinking, there's no friggin' way all of our books are going to fit in here. In a way of we don't have enough to fit. Like this bookshelf is huge. I vastly underrated how big this thing was, okay? I mean, I got the measurements. I should have just grabbed the same one that they had in the classroom that I saw. They have one in Eleanor's classroom, and that's where I got the idea. And I should have actually talked to her teachers to see pros and cons. Like, do they love it? Or like, what are some pros and cons about it? And maybe they would have talked me out of it. First con is that in my head, I knew I was going to put it in the playroom, so I bought white. I needed Alex's help, and he's making fun of my handiwork, okay? First of all, that's the kids. Leave them alone. I'm just kidding. So he was putting this part together because I couldn't figure it out, and I was giving the little ones a bath. Okay, anyway, it's white. They also sell it in a natural wood, but I knew in my head, I knew it was going to go in the playroom, and everything else up here is white, so I just thought it would match. But now I'm thinking, I should have got it in a different color. We could put it in one of the kids' rooms. It doesn't really matter, but it kind of does. And then secondly, it's circular, and it does rotate. It's on wheels, so it's really convenient. But the size of the books, you know, kids' books are all kinds of sizes. They're huge. Some of them are teeny tiny. So fitting them in here was interesting. I still haven't even put them all in. I put like a handful in. So I'll show you the finished product. I just haven't done it at this point of my life. So wish me luck with that. But it's really easy to put together. It's just time consuming. Like once I got the drill up here, I was flying. But if I would have had to do this by hand, I would have given up. I would have been like, I'll do it later. And then later would have never come because you need a drill. Just get one. They have one at Ikea. That's where mine's from. I think it's perfect. Speaking of Ikea and drills, I also have a couple other drawers to organize my handy tools. But that's for another day, I suppose. Because today is the day that I show you almost completed. I didn't add all the books, but here is what it looks like. Do I love it? I think so. It fits. I got rid of some of the bigger toys, so there was space for this in the corner. we kept the Peppa Pig house, but I wanted to show you the books that fit on here. So step into reading books. And at first I was stocking them this way. And then I realized, oh, this is how you're supposed to stock them so they don't fall out. And I'm trying to show you like the different books that fit in here. Obviously smaller board books, bigger books, but if they're bigger than the ledge, and very few are actually, some of the, more kiddie ones that I threw up there, but for the most part, I think it's fantastic. One of my faves I just pulled out, the Golden Girls, Good Night. And Meredith actually loves it too. But the larger ones I placed up here and they are fitting in there. We'll see how it goes. Wolfgang's already trying to tear some books down. So maybe I need to put a lock on this thing. Lockbox. Okay, that is it. I think that was everything that I had on my list to organize today. When I say today, I mean yesterday. I did most of it yesterday. I just started piling the books. I'm trying to get the glare out of my glasses. I just started piling the books on the bookshelf. I only brought one bag up there. I'll do one bag at a time, but I'm realizing I might have enough books to completely fill that thing. We'll see, but that's it. And now I have the ball rolling. I'm like, what else can I organize around my house? I have a running list going and I'm so pumped for part 2 that will probably come next month or the month after, maybe next year, January, who the heck knows? Gotta have a little cliffhanger for you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out. If you want to subscribe, put a little happy in your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.